Hi, I'm Antoine Lincoln with the Chula Vista Elementary School District Instructional Technology and Media Service Department. And I'm excited that you're taking the time to listen to this podcast about isafe. isafe.org is the resource that we're going to be using to start our kids on this journey to becoming safe users of the internet. Now, you may be noticing in the last 5 years, we've really ramped up our use of technology from adding Achieve 3000, ILA, SuccessMaker Online, AR, and a lot of other services or web resources that require our students to have access to the internet. But more importantly, one of the big initiatives that we are actually involved in right now is making sure that all of our classrooms have Wi-Fi access, which means we're going to be increasing the use of technology in the classroom. What this means, a lot of teachers are going to start seeing technology, more specifically internet technology, as a great resource for classroom instruction and classroom learning. One example of that use of technology, and specifically the internet technology, is Edmodo. A lot of students and teachers are starting to see Edmodo as an awesome tool to expand the learning, to get things done in an online environment. And the kids really are taking off with it. But to have services like this, Edmodo, Achieve 3000, AR, when kids are going home and accessing the internet, we've got to make sure that the students are prepared to be safe online, that they know exactly what to do when they come across an inappropriate website. We also have students who now want to start bringing their own devices to school, and we call that BYOD, Bring Your Own Device. And we as a system, Chula Vista Elementary School District, have to prepare for this immersion of tools, learning tools, personal tools that are starting to become part of the learning environment. So you have to see that we, educators, have to take an essential role in preparing our kids to interact with these tools safely. Our response to this new way of learning, this new experience for our students, is first to keep them safe. And we do that using the isafe.org curriculum. And that's what I want to share with you in this short podcast, how to log in, how to download your lesson, but most importantly, what those lessons are. And our goal is not to just share this lesson with one grade level. We want all students, K through 10th grade, to experience internet safety, to know what online behavior is, appropriate online behavior is, and also to know how to respond when they're faced with cyberbullying. This is their world. This is the world that we are actually preparing them for. And isafe.org does a fantastic job with providing lessons from K all the way to 10th grade to ensure that our kids, our students, the future, are prepared when they're online using the tools that we present to them like Edmodo, ILA, or any other online tool. But we also want to prepare students for the other web resources that they stumble across, like Facebook, Twitter, and all the other sites that are not education related, but it's part of their world, preparing students for their future. And that's what isafe really does. And I hope that you really see your role in this. Just so that you know, isafe is more than just the district saying, we would like this. This is actually part of our E-rate funding. And what that basically means is that as long as we receive federal funding for our technology, in other words, E-rate funding, we are required by law to comply with the CIPA, Children Internet Protection Act, which basically means that all students in a K-12 institution receiving E-rate funds must receive specific lessons on internet safety. And this has to be done by the classroom teacher. So yes, there is a federal mandate behind this, but I want to think beyond that. I want to make sure that we understand that this is just good for kids, for students who really embrace technology, for that family who really want their child to have access to technology, but they haven't actually had the talk, if you will. So you may be asking, how do I download the lessons, and how do I get started, and what lessons do I have to present to my students? And more importantly, when do I have to have this done by? Well, this podcast will answer all of those questions. We want to make sure that you have all of the resources to be successful. This podcast will be broken into separate parts so you know exactly which part is appropriate for you. Again, I want to thank you for taking on this challenge and making sure that all of your students in your classroom know what appropriate online behavior is. They also know what cyberbullying is and how to protect themselves against cyberbullying. But most importantly, they also know how to keep themselves safe and how to keep their identity safe in a social networking environment. This is what isafe.org is all about, preparing the students for not the 21st century, but for today and tomorrow and every day after that. So I look forward to working with you with isafe.org, and I look forward to really seeing our district grow with technology and students using technology appropriately and safely. If you have any questions about isafe.org, please feel free to call me at extension 1557 or email me at lormanlincoln, LORMEN.Lincoln @cvesd.org. Thank you very much, and I look forward to your success with isafe.org.